welcome to today's episode of Morning Muster. This is how to lead change when you're already overwhelmed. Many of us have been there before. I have many times. Whether if you're in a leadership role, whether it's in business, government, whatever you're doing, you probably felt this. Um, you're doing your best to keep the lights on, responding to fires, answering emails, fixing what's broken, and that's important. That's leadership. You have to do those things. That's your job, right? Especially being an operations manager. Um, but if you want to actually improve things, right? So I always used to refer to this as being kicked in the shin, right? Nobody likes getting kicked in the shin. It hurts. Um, if you want to improve things and lead change, well, that's a different kind of energy, and it can be feel overwhelming for sure. Um, but you know, being there, I haven't been there in my military career. Retired 21 years, U.S. Army, HUA, right? Running El Viajero Coffee and other businesses that I work with. In my government roles, especially, um, there were days that getting through just getting through the day was enough, right? And it's tough to make change, but I've learned that if you want to make change, right? If you want to make change, it's not going to happen. It won't just show up. You got to make space for it, right? You have to set aside time for to 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 do those things, right? And what I did is I wrote it down, especially leading a team. We all collectively wrote things down that were, kicking us in the shin, beating us in the shin, right? And you know, we then worked hard to find a schedule, right? So 30 minutes a week or every other week, right? Um, and then you have to protect that time. So you have to put it on a calendar. You have to schedule the time. You have to protect your time. If it's not scheduled, it's not going to happen. And so, what you're trying to do is you're trying to make a future version of the organization. It's sad when um, something should be fixed, and a year later you're still dealing with the same problem. It doesn't fix itself, and the way I look at it, it's my responsibility. It's your responsibility, right, to make that. Um, you might not see results in a week or 2 weeks or a month, but over time, those taking that time out, you create momentum and you'll start seeing the change. And it's worked for me in every place that I've been. It's worked. It's been very effective. And speaking of building something over time, this episode is Morning Muster is brought to you by El Viajero Coffee and our Wheela Honey Roast. Right, so this is our El Viajero Coffee, Wheela Honey. That's what I'm drinking right here. Okay, it's and just like leading change, great coffee doesn't happen overnight. Our Wheela honey beans are grown in the mountains of Colombia, Pitalito, small little town in the south of the country. It's beautiful. You need to go there and check it out. And if you want to go there, check it out. Let me know. I can give you some pointers. The coffee is processed with care. Melchizedek, yes, that's the farmer's name is Melchizedek. He works with. He has some help on his farm. They're Wayu. Wayu is a native tribe of indigenous in Colombia. Actually, they live in the northern part of the country, and it take a 3.5 day bus ride to go down there, and they spend 7-8 months a year down there picking coffee and working with them. But it's processed with care, roasted fresh in small batches, roasted here in Virginia, and the result is a smooth body, rich sweetness, and a taste that's really worth the wait. So you can try it for yourself. You go to elviajerocoffee.com. I'll have the description in the link in the description below. And here is Wheela. You can use code FREE2, so you get 2 bags of Wheela honey shipped free to your home. Okay. So let's get back to the topic, right? So if you're feeling buried, you're not alone. Keeping the lights on, it's that's what operations is, right? That's what you got to keep things moving. But again, progress is, in my opinion, is 6 months from now, you're seeing improvement, and those things that were hurting you are not hurting you anymore. You've done something about it. You fixed that. You've fixed those issues, right? You've addressed the process, and that's leadership. That's morning muster, and that's a cup worth brewing. So I'm David. Please subscribe, and again, check us out online at viajerocoffee.com. We appreciate your support. Veteran owned. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.